You guys asked for some Vanir Cabin builds in Conan Exiles, and I'm here to deliver. Today I'll be building a Vanir Manor, a large Norse-styled house design using the Vanir Cabin set almost exclusively. The requirements are on screen now, and this is a relatively simple build. So without further ado, let's get started. So this is going to be a speed build, as the design itself is rather simple, but there are some little tricks and touches that are worth seeing, the first being the base plate. I recently covered in my Vanir Cabin build tips guide, linked in the card in the top right, that foundation covering can be used to keep the stone foundation aesthetic without the turf or snow tops, and I decided to use that tip on this build, which worked to pretty great effect. In terms of the build overall, I think I had perhaps overestimated slightly how difficult Vanir Cabin would be to use. I expected that no matter what I built it would be a blobby mess, kind of like building with Lost Dungeon at times, but after this build I actually don't think it's that bad, especially if you stick to some good fundamentals. This build is, at its core, just a series of boxes and strong shapes, which helps to really carry off the Vanir Cabin set quite well. I did specifically choose to use like 99% Vanir Cabin for this build. I didn't choose any combo materials really, as I wanted to give the set a chance to breathe and really feel out how it performs on its own. I think it does work quite well, but I'd probably put it in a similar camp to something like Aquilonian. If you don't have good fundamentals, it'll end up as a singular coloured blob, but if you do stick to the tried and tested methods of strong shapes and good pattern breaks, it works rather well. I'll be the first to say, in the early stages of actually putting this build together, I wasn't too sure exactly how well it would work, but by the time we get to the finished and decorated product, I think it came out quite nicely. I do wish we had some more veneer decorations, to be fair. I kinda had to mix in some ACEA and some Pictish stuff to decorate and keep it convincing and in the theme, but it's fine. I do want to try some builds in the future combining the Vanir Cabin set with other materials. I'm specifically looking at Numidian and Zingaran, but I really wanted to see just how it does on its own, and in the end I'm actually quite pleased with this. Anyway, I will leave you with the rest of the build. This is a pretty simple one, so you can watch on if you want to recreate it yourself, or you can skip ahead to the finished build through the chapters on the play bar. Also, if you do enjoy my content, do please check out the Patreon where you can find videos early, amongst other perks. At the time of recording I have about 10 videos on Patreon that aren't yet out on YouTube. There's always more content coming out as well, at least 3 videos a week, and of course joining us on Patreon helps me and the channel out massively. I'll leave the link in the description. On that note, a massive thanks to our wonderful esteemed coffee cultists for continuing to support the channel over on Patreon, and I'll leave you with the rest of the build. Enjoy.